So you're thinking about making a move to Cibolo, Texas. In this video, I'm gonna show you around Cibolo on the map. I'm gonna give you a very high level overview of exactly where Cibolo is in conjunction to San Antonio, as well as all the other great features that Cibolo, Texas has to offer. We're gonna get after it right now. If this is your first time to our channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in San Antonio and its surrounding areas, make sure you subscribe and tap the bell for notifications to ensure that you're one of the first to get notifications on what's going on in the current market here in San Antonio, Texas. My name is Katie Powers, and my husband Steven Garza and I get phone calls and text messages from people just like you all the time. Whether you're looking to purchase a home in the area in 9 days or 9 months, we would absolutely love to hear from you. All of our contact information is right below in the description box, and we would love to help make your move to San Antonio a smooth one. So let's dive into Cibolo, Texas. All right, so we're here on the map, and as you can see, these are the lines for Cibolo, Texas proper. But this is Cibolo proper, and as you can see, it's right off I-35, and here's 1604, which is the loop that goes all the way around San Antonio, the outer loop. So you're really just 20 minutes to San Antonio, depending on what I-35 is looking that day. And then you also have right here a really big deal, Randolph Air Force Base. Okay, Randolph Brooks Air Force Base. Huge, huge, huge Air Force Base. This is 78 right here. This is a county road, farm to market 78. And this road kind of cuts right through the middle of Cibolo, but it's great because it's easy commute to the Air Force Base. You don't have to get on any major freeways to get there. So no matter where you are in Cibolo, you're a solid 10 to 15 minutes to the front gate, which is right off 78, right here, for that main entrance into the base. So really great location, especially if you're getting stationed into that specific base. Now there are 3 other military bases in San, 2 major other military bases, and then a really big Army hospital called SAMC, which isn't far from here as well. So we're definitely a military city at San Antonio, and Cibolo has really become that as well because it's so close to the Air Force Base. Now, if I zoom out here, it'll give you a more general idea of where it is located. So as you can see, Cibolo is a smaller suburb outside of San Antonio. You've got New Braunfels here. San Marcos. Kyle. And then Austin is way up here. San Antonio, obviously huge. And then you've got Bernie, Bulverde, Canyon Lake, which honestly from Cibolo is a 25 to 30 minute drive, which is great in the summer. Branch, and then over here on the west side, you've got Helotes, Castroville, Medina Lake. It's there. There's not a whole lot of water in there. Maybe if we get some couple of hurricanes, we'll see it again, but you don't really see this lake having a whole bunch of water in it anytime soon. So your main go-to is always going to be Canyon Lake. So with that being said, let me just show you how quickly things are. Let's zoom back in here for you. Now, because like we talked about, Cibolo is right off of I-35. You've got easy access. It's being built out. So one thing to really keep in mind is the population of Cibolo today is around 33,000 people. I looked up the stats. It was actually crazy to me. So 20 years ago in 2004, the population of Cibolo was 3,000. So just in the 20 years as San Antonio has grown, Cibolo has become a huge, huge attraction, as well as it's less expensive. Your dollar stretches further because you're not paying San Antonio city taxes. You're outside of those city limits. So the tax rate is at 2% as opposed to San Antonio's tax rate, which is 3%, which means more money in your pocket and less in your mortgage payment. So that's really beneficial. That's a huge, huge, huge benefit to being in Cibolo, as well as location. Now, if you watched our video that we went over some of the neighborhoods, I can show you where those are. 1103 is a main road that goes, lots of neighborhoods in that area. So we went to Turning Stone, which is off 1103, which is right here. Let me just get my little handy dandy. So Turning Stone is right here. Across 1103 is a gated community, which is also Turning Stone, but it's higher priced homes. So you're going to see homes in there around 600,000. And Turning Stone, you're going to be closer to the 400 to 500,000 range. Absolutely beautiful homes, great HOA. If you haven't seen that video, make sure you jump in. We're going to be also sharing with you some new builds in the area, which this new community right here in Foxbrook is absolutely gorgeous. We're going to be featuring some really nice new build homes in that community by Scott Felder, and those homes are pricing closer to $650 and up, but they are beautiful. And then if you come down here, so 1103 travels all the way down and it turns, and you've got the high school right over here. Now there's two high schools in Cibolo. They share the school district. It's Cibolo Schertz, which is the city right below Cibolo, Schertz, and Universal City. So those three towns have their own school district, and it is a very sought after school district. Great sports, it's Texas, right? So football's a big deal, Friday Night Lights, great football program, athletics program overall, and a great academic program as well. So the high schools here, we also went over Buffalo Crossing with you, which is this neighborhood. So it is directly across from the high school, and 1103 takes you right in to the main downtown Cibolo. So you've got H-E-B here. H-E-B is Texas's grocery store, okay? So if you're not from around here, you're not from the state of Texas, I'm a little partial because I'm born and raised here in Texas. I have traveled. My ex-husband was military, so I have been stationed in other places and had, I don't even know, it was like Lion something. That was awful. The produce was awful. Kroger was pretty good. You've got World Market. You've got a lot of great grocery stores out there, Albertsons. But here in Texas, our main grocery store is H-E-B. The corporate location is actually in San Antonio. So you get really fresh produce, meat, all of the things. It's a really great grocery store, and it's huge. So picture a Kroger on steroids, okay? So, and this one is no different. This H-E-B in here in Cibolo is beautiful. And then if you just head down, I believe this is Cibolo Valley here, you go straight into your downtown district in Cibolo. So on that last video where we toured, I also walked through downtown. It's so cute. It's really made a lot of headway in the last few years. It's turning around, it kind of ran down there for a while because it was just a small town. But as you can see, even on Google Maps, you've got a lot of restaurants that are popping up. This is a really cool barbecue restaurant. They've got outdoor lighting, outdoor seating. They've even got like a really cool stage, so they have live bands that perform on the weekends. Old Main Ice House, great place to watch football. We've attended there a few times, Steve and I. So it's like turf on the inside. It's very small indoor, and then it's got a huge outdoor facility with turf and big screen TVs. It's a really cool place to go hang out, watch some football. Rooted Fork is a great restaurant. And then Kindling Texas Kitchen, they've got some great wine tasting stuff going on there. And then right over here, which it's not pulling up on Google Maps, but this is some shopping. So you've got little cute shops here and then some houses over here that will probably end up being shops very soon. So super, super cute historical downtown Cibolo. I would definitely suggest when you come to visit to spend a half a day there. It's just a great place to hang out, and when the weather is great, it is poppin'. So great place to check out while you're looking at Cibolo. Let's zoom out here a little bit. I want to show you, you've got a lot of parks. I mean, San Antonio in general is known for its outdoor activities. It's a very outdoor friendly place. So you've got Nimitz Park here. We drove by the other day. They had all the soccer games for the little leagues going on there. So that was super cute. All the little kids out there, lots of family barbecuing during those tournaments and stuff. So that's a great park. And then really you've got this whole Crescent Natural Bend. This is all trails. So if you like to hike, if you like to take, dogs for a walk and all of that good stuff, this is a great place to go for trails. You've also got Gatzler Park over here. So you just have a lot of parks in San Antonio. This isn't Shirts, but it is a soccer complex, which is really, really nice. So we spent a lot of time out there. So just really cool things to keep in mind about the outdoor activities that Cibolo has to offer. And as we scroll out, I want to also give your bearings on some of the great things to do outside, because summer is coming. And if you've never weathered the Texas summers, water is going to be your best friend. Now, almost every neighborhood, especially all the new build communities in Cibolo, are going to have community pools. So you will most likely always have a pool to go to, but some of the free things that are great is you are really only 10 minutes from New Braunfels, if that. I mean, they've pretty much New Braunfels comes like all the way down here now. So you're really 10 minutes from New Braunfels. And when you zoom in here, you've got rivers. So the Comal River is the biggest tubing river. So a lot of people during the summer will head out there. You can rent tubes, you can bring your own tubes, and they just hang out in the water. It's actually a really fun party. It's kid friendly if you want to bring the kids. If you get closer to Schlitterbahn, they have, of course, Schlitterbahn, that's a whole day, whole weekend activity, which is really great. But they also right outside of it, kind of over here, they have some like waterfalls. So where the dam was, it's created a waterfall. So people will just hang out and barbecue and hang out outside in their tubes and hang out around the waterfall. That's kind of a big deal too. So you've got the Comal River here. You've got the Guadalupe River over here. So you've got bodies of water that are great to hang out in. And then of course, like we mentioned before, you do have Canyon Lake, which is just a little further away. You're probably 30 minutes away from Cibolo to Canyon Lake. You'll probably want to hang out on the south side of Canyon Lake. That tends to be more easy access. There's a state park there that you can go to. They do allow boats. So my family and I personally spend most of our summers on Canyon Lake. If not, we go to Corpus Christi, which that's another thing to note. This map's not going to show it very well because you're going to lose your place if we zoom this far out, right? But Corpus Christi's down here from Cibolo. It's about a 2.5 hour drive, right? Cibolo's right here. Corpus is down here, but 2.5 hour drive to an ocean. So, and it's wonderful. We rent, Airbnbs down there and hang out on the beach. So really in terms of drive time to a body of water, you're not far. You have Bernie Lake over here. Personally, I would drive to Canyon Lake before I go to Bernie Lake, but that's just me because I'm over on this side of town, and you can just shoot up 35 or 281 to get to Canyon Lake pretty easy. So, but if you ask Steve, Steve grew up in Bernie. Steve grew up on Bernie Lake. So he's always wanting to take the kids out to Bernie Lake because he really enjoyed it, and that's kind of where he grew up, right? All those great memories. So you're never far from a body of water, which is huge when we get into those 100, 105 temps. You'll notice everybody is going to be itching to get to some water to cool down. So the other great thing about the location of Cibolo is just really drive time is pretty easy. I mean, 35 always has construction and traffic. You can time it pretty good. But I mean, you've got San Marcos up here. Austin is about an hour. It's about an hour. Austin's right here. So an hour to Austin. Lots of things going on out there. Kyle and Buddha have exploded. They're getting huge. And Tesla just built its major new facility right out here. So that has really brought some huge growth. And honestly, I've met quite a few people who are moving to Cibolo, Schertz, New Braunfels that are going to be working at Tesla because this I-30 is a toll road right here that takes you straight to Tesla, drops you right off. Tesla has an exit on 130, this toll road. So a lot of people are moving to Seguin, New Braunfels, San Marcos, and the Cibolo Schertz area to work at the Tesla facility because the cost of living, again, like we spoke about earlier, is significantly less than living in, say, Austin or San Antonio. So you get the lower tax rate, you're closer to big cities for that shopping if you would like, but you're also not far to be able to get some good restaurants. Now, the other thing I want to hit on is proximity to shopping. San Marcos, in between New Braunfels and San Marcos, let me see, it's probably like, bear with me. There we go. We zoom in and right, so of course you've got Texas State University, and then there it is. I knew I was not gonna miss it. You've got the outlets. So if you want fancy shopping, you wanna go to Coach, you wanna go to all your name brand stores, you've got the premium outlets right off I-35, very close to Cibolo, right here, and then the outlets are right here. So right off I-35, you're maybe 25, 30 minutes from the outlets, which is really cool. Now, you also have another shopping center that I frequent. It's not the fancy stuff, but everything you could possibly need is right here in Live Oak. This 1604 I-35 corridor right here, there's a shopping center called the Forum, and it has everything you could possibly need, right? You've got Michael's, you've got Hobby Lobby, you've got Target, you've got all your chain restaurants like Chili's, Cheddar's, Chewy's, Firebirds, Pluckers. I mean, all of the big chain restaurants, you've got all on this I-35, 1604 corridor. Of course, one of the big things that came to us here in San Antonio recently is IKEA. That's huge. There's a whole new shopping center built around IKEA there. And again, another HEB, but you already have one in Cibolo. You've got an HEB and a Walmart right down the road from each other. It's actually right in the heart of Cibolo off 1103. So you've got the HEB, Walmart Center. Of course, you got the Chick-fil-A, which we love so much in my family. And so you've got all of your necessities in Cibolo right there. And of course, you only have to go 5 to 10 miles before you find another HEB. They're everywhere, but the Walmart's there as well. And just a 10-minute drive. I mean, you could even take 78 or 1518. You can take some of these back roads to get to the Forum. If you want to do some shopping, Target is there. You've got a lot of great Kirkland's and food and shopping and all that stuff right there. So if you want to get to downtown San Antonio, you're about 35 to 40 minutes depending on traffic. You just jump on 35 and go straight down to downtown right here. So the Riverwalk is right there. The Pearl is right there where it says Hotel Emma. That's the Pearl. Let me make that a little less messy for you so you can see exactly. This is the Pearl. That's where the locals go. And then you just go a little bit further right here. That's your downtown where the Riverwalk is. Not a whole lot of locals go down there unless there's, you know, a 5K, 10K marathon going on, or just something fiesta forces them to go downtown. But most locals will hang out here at the Pearl. So, and make sure you check that video out. We'll have that one coming very soon, because that's a really, really great hidden gem in San Antonio. So as for Cibolo, that is your little fast overview of a map so you can see exactly where it's located. And it's a great, great community. I love going out there. We don't live far from it, and I love showing out there and helping people find their home there. So if that is something you are interested in, make sure you reach out to us. Steve and I would absolutely love to help you have a smooth move into Cibolo or the San Antonio and surrounding areas. I hope this was helpful for you, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Have a great day.